This is a flat in Zone 2, London. Maya worked 60-hour weeks for 3 years. Nobody noticed until the morning. She simply didn't get up. Not depression. Just stopped.
Six months ago, I was the person who did work on Sundays and felt good about it. Not martyred about it, genuinely fine. Now the weekends feel like borrowed time I have to pay back on Monday.
Another morning, another mountain of demands. Maya stares at the glowing screen.
Hi, it's me. I'm so sorry. I've woken up with a terrible migraine. I don't think I'm going to make it in today.
Oh no, feel better.
No, I'll keep an eye on emails. Don't worry about me. I stood in my kitchen doorway for a moment. Just stood there. I couldn't remember the last time I'd been in my flat after 8 a.m. on a Monday. I actually couldn't. I sat down with my tea and opened my laptop. Obviously. Because what else would I do? I was reading the email thread I'd missed before I'd even tasted the tea, before it had even finished steeping.
The call ended with a lie, but the guilt lingers as the messages pour in. Maya pours a moment of quiet into the chaos, trying to drown out the noise of a whirl that won't stop asking for more.
I sat there, with the tea, not doing anything, which sounds simple. I sat there and waited for the urge to pick up my phone or open the laptop, and the urge just took longer than usual. That felt like information.
She finds it at the back of the shelf. Letters from a Stoic. She opens to the middle, reading slowly, finally stopping long enough to actually see. Buried for 2 years, she finally uncovers Seneca's Letters from a Stoic, a forgotten purchase, now a slow lesson in finding peace within the noise. A fleeting moment of clarity, quickly shattered by the persistent vibration of the real world. The wisdom of the past is no match for the urgency of now. A choice made in the silence. She buries the noise to protect her peace, finally drawing the line. The world demands an answer, but she chooses herself instead. Silence isn't just an escape, it's her cure.
I made eggs and ate them at the table. I eat at my desk most days, or standing at the kitchen counter before I leave. I'd forgotten that a meal can be slow.
Leaving the noise behind, she finds her center, a quiet page, a steady hand, and the city finally at peace.
I found an old notebook and wrote the question down, because writing it made it real enough that I had to answer it, or at least admit I didn't know the answer. I wrote down what I was trading my hours for, the flat which I barely inhabit, the title which nobody outside work has ever asked about, and the matter to someone. I crossed it out, then wrote it again. Around 11, I put on jeans and went outside. I hadn't planned it. I was just suddenly in my hallway with my keys. My body had decided it needed something and went to find it without checking with me first. Damn it. I've been ignoring my body for so long it had to take matters into its own hands.
The mind is its own place. Maya closes her journal, choosing the path of a calm soul. In the movement of the city, she finds her stillness. Not every call needs an answer. Sometimes, the best response is simply being present.
I sat on a bench for about 20 minutes, without my phone. It felt initially like trying to meditate in a room where the walls are too familiar. And then it stopped getting specific and started just feeling like outside.
Ink meets paper, and the weight finally lifts. Maya writes her own story now, one quiet breath at a time. The world is finally in color. Maya sees the art she's walked past 1,000 times, but never truly noticed. In the stillness of a slow walk, the city reveals its secrets. She isn't just passing through anymore. She is finally home within herself. Home, with a heavy heart finally made light.
When I came back in, the flat felt different, which doesn't make any sense. It's the same 16 square feet of bedroom and the same sofa. But I've been in it today, not just passed through it.
Stoicism isn't about controlling events, but our attention. Maya lets the messages sit. We're claiming a peace no email could ever deliver.
Priya, thank you for this morning. I mean it, genuinely.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm actually figuring something out. I'll explain later.
At 3 p.m., my manager would usually check in. A Slack message, "How's it going?" which meant, "Are you working hard enough?" The guilt came back, less patient this time. I'd filled most of the journal by 4 p.m. Questions, mostly, some answers. One observation that made me laugh out loud alone in my kitchen: I need to eat at the table more often.
Nourish the body that carries you. Today, Maya finally steps away. The world doesn't stop for our burnout, but today, Maya stopped for herself. She chose being present over being productive.
I messaged Priya honestly, which is different from messaging her professionally. She replied in 40 seconds with "Take tomorrow slowly too." I didn't know how much I need someone to say that until she said it.
Maya's quiet choice wasn't an escape, it was clarity. Because life is finite, and presence matters more than production. In the stillness, she found the truth: we can't control the world, only this moment. Maya finally chose presence over the grind. The sun rises, and for the first time, she doesn't reach for the nose, a soul in harmony with its own rhythm. One breath, the start of a new, quiet power. Stoicism isn't about having less, it's about needing less. Maya enjoys her morning, not as a countdown to a deadline, but as a gift that belongs only to her. She steps out, not to perform, but to simply be. The world is the same, but Maya is finally free. The nose is gone. Maya didn't just change her morning, she reclaimed her life.